The last time you got a compliment, did it kind of go something like this? Hey, you're looking fantastic. That shirt looks amazing on you. Thanks, but I kind of feel a little like I look fat in this. If this sounds like you better listen a little further. Hey everyone, my name is Coach Wolverine, and I am the owner and creator of the Wolverine Lifestyle, where I lead the lost to find confidence in their vulnerability. Now, because accepting compliments is so universally hard, bad, most of us are just awful at it. Today, I'm going to share with you 6 ways on how to properly receive a compliment so you don't sound off or sound like you're coming off like you don't care or, you know, all that good stuff. Now, back there, that kind of sounds a little familiar, right? You're giving a compliment and you're just like, a little bit awkward on how to accept it. Well, fear not. You are not alone. I can assure you of this. I completely understand because even if it was something as just simple as, wow, this is an amazing dish you cooked, or holy man, you have lost some weight, you're looking amazing. I always had this limiting belief that there was an underlying reason of some sort of manipulation, or that they were just trying to be nice, or that they were feeling obligated to. You know, like when your significant other's been like, hey, you're looking like a tasty snack, but you just feel like they're obligated to say that to you anyways because they're dating you. So it kind of takes the value out of it. My girlfriend is really bad for that. So when people used to make comments like, wow, you look great, it looks like you've been putting a lot of work into the gym, the first Dylan response was cue the negative self talk. I never saw myself in that sort of light, and I honestly always just thought that they were being nice. Now, this might sound very, very familiar to you, but why? It's because our brain has this thing. It likes to hold on to that one negative thing that one person said to you that one time 10 years ago, and it just never seemed to go away. Even if you've done a million amazing things since then, our brains are wired to remember that one negative thing because that one negative thing imprinted itself on our minds as making us feel vulnerable and or embarrassed or anything like that, and that emotion is more memorable than the excitement moments or the happiest moments in our life. Now, of course, not everyone out there thinks like this. However, psychology does tell us that there are 3 factors that actually force us to have these self-limiting beliefs about ourselves. The 3 things are cognitive dissonance, low self-esteem, or way too high of expectations of ourselves. We just never feel like that we're good enough. Whether it be a state of imposter syndrome or the fact that one person made that one comment one time and that is stuck with us, or that we continuously compare ourselves to others, and whichever the reason might be, the answer always stems from the fact that we have low self-esteem. If we have problems accepting compliments, it's because we have low self-esteem in some aspect of our life in one way or another. So when somebody compliments us, we feel conflicted because we can't believe what they're saying at the same time, but then also believe what we're thinking about ourselves. So basically, we can't simultaneously believe that we suck and are awesome at the same time. So here's the thing. Everyone craves praise. You don't need to act all tough and macho and say, I don't need to be accepted by anyone. I'm calling you out right now. Everyone needs to feel accepted in one way or another. We need that human interaction. You need somebody. Let's just Call a spade here. And to accept a compliment is almost universally a struggle for everybody in some aspect of their life, one way or another. But before I'm going to get and give you guys these 6 ways to properly receive a compliment, I'm going to give you 6 do nots. You don't want to do these. It makes you sound like a jerk. And let's face it, nobody really wants to sound like a jerk. Am I right? Stop assuming that they're lying. Even if they are, doesn't matter. You get to fill your cup with the kind words they gave you anyways. So then just carry on your merry way. Stop acting like that. Stop assuming that the other person doesn't mean it. Even if they didn't really mean it, who cares? Let them fill up your cup with the good words. You take it and you run. Just accept it. Because when you just try and push it back and not accept it, it just makes us come off like a jerk. And does anybody really actually want to be a jerk? I don't think anybody actually wants it. Stop pointing out your own flaws. A compliment is not about your flaws. There's plenty of time later to focus on your flaws. Right now, just focus on the positivity. Bring it in. Bring it in. It's all good. Accept the compliments. It's not a sin. It's not a crime. You're permitted to accept the compliment. Stop deflecting it to others. Yes, others may deserve praise, but so do you. And don't shoot yourself in the foot with that. Don't discredit your own abilities or what value you bring to the table. Accept the compliment, but then pass it on to others as well as accepting the compliment. Don't just throw it onto them. Stop trying to claim it was all luck. This is just another mental band-aid to try and deflect attention of possible embarrassment or vulnerability, and it then releases you from the responsibility of the success or the failures. So just don't do that. Just own the fact that your skill and you persevered and you got her done. Stop making them work for it. It was nothing. I just had to do what I had to do. Just accept the compliment. Because when you come back with responses like that, what you're doing is you're forcing them to then continuously give you the compliment. And it ends up making you come off as selfish. Like you're just wanting to hear it more. And it's people don't actually like that. So just don't do it. Now that the do nots are out of the way, let's get to the 6 do's. First and foremost, own your accomplishments. That's right. You did that shit. Own it. You put in the work. You put in the time. You put in the effort. There's nothing selfish about being like, yeah, that's right. I'm proud of that. So own it already. Be appreciative when somebody offers you a compliment. A compliment is like a gift. For some people to offer a compliment, it takes a lot of work. And even sometimes those individuals are stepping into a place of vulnerability. When you don't accept a compliment, it is quite literally the same thing as if your friend was to buy you a gift. You look at it and you can have it back. So just accept it. Accept it and thank them for it. It is something that they felt the need to bring to your attention. That's a good thing. It's good. It's good. Be honest and optimistic about the future. Not pointing out your weaknesses doesn't mean you can't state that you have more work to do. It's simply just a matter of being like, wow, thank you so much for the compliment. I really appreciate it. I do have more work to be done, but I'm really happy with how far I've gotten. Essentially, don't make somebody waste their time by them offering a compliment on something and then responding to that compliment, telling them that your project is doomed to fail anyways. Recognize your contribution. If somebody offers you a compliment, but you're working on a team, right? It is completely okay to be like, oh, thanks. I love hearing that compliment. I'm sure, so-and-so and whomever is also going to appreciate the kind words. but make sure you don't just shift it to them, because then that goes back into the first list of the do nots. So own it, be gracious for it, thank them, and then just pass along the positive information. It's really not that hard. Follow up with the person if it's applicable. If somebody offers you a compliment, simply be like, thanks for that. I really appreciate you noticing. I would actually like to hear your opinion on this. So not only are you accepting their gift of a compliment, but now you are valuing their input. So you're kind of giving a double whammy of positive vibes out there and just all around putting some good juju out. Last and not least, always be gracious. Be thankful. Be appreciative. As I mentioned earlier, for some people, giving a compliment is a lot of inner strength. A lot of people don't have the confidence to step forward and give words of encouragement like that, because the words of encouragement they're offering might be words that they themselves have never received. So that's why it's always important to be thankful. And when you push it off or say that it was nothing and you're basically returning this gift to them, all you're doing is you're coming off like an asshole, like plain and simple. So just accept it. Don't assume that there is some sort of underlying mission, underlying reason or anything like that, because you don't know what kind of strength it took for that person to approach you and give you these kind words. Especially if it's somebody like a stranger. That's even more work and more vulnerability that person had to step into to be able to deliver that message to you. So just be kind. Just be kind. Everyone loves kindness. Nobody's ever gotten mad at somebody for being kind. See, accepting a compliment does not make you a cocky or an arrogant person. When you accept a compliment, it just shows that you are self-assured. It's all in how you accept the compliment. And the better that you get at accepting compliments and in the skill of accepting compliments, all that's going to do is further affirm who you are in your shoes, thus giving the byproduct of making you yourself more confident. The good news is you're not alone in this. Between the countless clients that I have talked to about this, friends and family members, myself, this is actually a universal struggle for the vast majority of people. Mastering the art of receiving compliments is only going to make you more of an assured person, thus creating the byproduct of creating more self-confidence. And I mean, come on, who couldn't use a little bit more self-confidence? Which, in turn, could lead to you getting more compliments, thus assuring you even more, thus growing even more confidence. It's a win-win around for everybody. Just make sure you share the positivity, share the praise. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button or the little bell wherever it pops up for notifications. If you are looking to find confidence in your vulnerability, the Wolverine lifestyle is your lifestyle, and Coach Wolverine is your coach. You can find me on Facebook at Dylan Andres, Instagram at coach.wolverine, or if you have any questions, comment below or email me at coach@thewolverinelifestyle.com. Take care, everybody.